going on, guys? Today what we're going to do is talk about how to fix the burpee. So there are a few things about the burpee that I really don't like pretty much the whole goddamn exercise. I hate it, you probably hate it too. The main thing I don't like is that it's an exercise that requires a high amount of coordination and technique. There's a high technique component to the burpee. A lot of people program the burpee under copious amounts of fatigue by making you do God knows how many burpees. Great if you want to get a sweat up, but at the same time, it's not too great of an exercise. You could get injured because you perform this high order exercise under fatigue, and if you land wrong or jump wrong or whatever, the risk is quite high and the reward's quite low. So let's talk about some ways that you can fix the burpee. And look at my pillows. You will not unsee that now. One's folded on top of the other and that has shit me up the wall, but who cares? So here, let's talk about some ways that you could potentially fix the burpee and make the burpee a better exercise that you could perform at home, in the shower, and on the dinner table, or you could just not do it. Anyway, look, who cares? Let's just talk about it. The first point I'm going to give you is to decrease the number of reps you perform for each set. Maybe only do 5 reps and maybe pair it with something else and then have quite a lengthy rest in between. If you want to perform burpees properly, with good technique, you can't do 50 reps, and that goes for everything. If you want to perform an exercise with good technique, then limiting the amount of fatigue that you induce with acute exercise variables administered appropriately should be the goal. Yes, obviously, fatigue is an important component of certain exercise adaptations, but performing an exercise that requires a high amount of technique and skill under fatigue is never a good idea. It's like when people do Olympic lifting for conditioning. I'm against that. I'm really against anything, but I think there are better ways to go about it. The next point I'm gonna give you guys is to maybe not extend your lower backs so much when you perform the exercise. A lot of people do it and hump the floor and their glutes don't engage and they extend their ribs and then they can't contract their abdominals as well. There's nothing wrong with extension of the spine. I think a lot of people flip out if you move your spine in any way. But you have to understand that you're a robust system, and it really doesn't require, in research, it doesn't require much maximal voluntary contraction to stabilize the spine. So I'm not here to fearmonger spinal extension, but what I am here to do is improve the burpees sort of mechanistic underpinnings, you could say. So instead of maybe extending your ass or extending your spine all the way to the ground without really engaging the ass, what you probably want to do is when you jump back, make sure you squeeze your glutes and lock your elbows real hard and pull your rib cage down to your pelvis, so you sort of turn it into an anti-extension exercise under some fatigue. By far, one of the biggest issues I see with the burpee is that a lot of people perform the exercise under too much fatigue and totally botch the jump component of the burpee. Jumping and landing are very important components of athleticism and just all around injury prevention. So perhaps maybe eliminating the jump for certain individuals who probably shouldn't be doing the jump because they can't land properly is a good idea. I always tell people that if you want to jump, you need to be able to land first. It's like if you want to run, you better be able to walk, and if you want to walk, that's great. Good on you. Eliminate the jump, and the burpee should be a little bit safer. The last point I'm going to give you is perhaps maybe jump onto a box. I like a burpee onto a box or just box jumps in general because they limit the impact from the floor. I probably wouldn't use this as a conditioning drill, and I might use it during the warm-up maybe to enhance some nervous system arousal. That being said, burpees would be a great thing to do during the warm-up, maybe 3 to 5 reps, and just think like you've got hot feet and you're trying to be as explosive and quick off the floor as you could be. There are other conditioning drills that you could do for metabolic conditioning. They are a lot safer under fatigue than perhaps a burpee is. I hope you guys enjoyed that video about fixing the burpee. And guess what? You don't have to do burpees if you don't like them. You don't have to do anything if you don't like it, unless you're a powerlifter or Olympic lifter. But then in that sense, you probably would like it. So I'm right. And that's the main thing. No, it's not true. If I'm wrong and you hate me, leave a comment in the comment section below. Probably no one hates me because I have 5 followers. So how exciting. Thank you for watching. You probably watched it on the toilet. I'll see you in the next video.